I actually invented pro wrestling. So I figured once I invented it, it'd be something I might want to do. So I got into it.
I will gladly stand for Mr. Flair.
Hey, babe.
How about a little intro for Nash, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, 33-time real world champion, Ric Flair.
According to Kevin Nash, the last traveling champion.
Exactly. So I told that.
Well, thank you for joining us, Mr. Flair. Really do appreciate it. Longtime wrestling fan, so I help run programming. So I said, you know what? If I'm going to do one panel this year, this is going to be the panel that
You got Chirpy right here, man. No, they said you guys weren't coming, so I tidied it up.
You all can assume they're either going to All In or I'm becoming part of the clique. A or B.
I think you'd be welcome in both places.
I've heard throughout your career you've been all in.
Would I be allowed in the clique? Would I be allowed in the clique?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
You're part of that new clique that's running wrestling. If you haven't heard, there's something else going on in wrestling world.
there is.
Yeah, you made history there in Vegas.
I did.
Yeah, it's called Dragon Gate.
Dragon Gate, baby.
Yeah, you and Cody, man, what an emotional match to watch.
That was a special night. Anybody see Double or Nothing? Yeah? What do you think? Good? Good? Very special night for me. Probably the most special night I've had since Razor Ramon.
Oh, shucks.
So again, like I always say with all my panels, really, nobody's here to hear me talk. I know everybody has questions. So I'm just gonna ask if everybody can just, if you have a question, just go ahead and make on down here, and I'll go ahead and run the mic over to you guys.
Everyone.
And let these wonderful gentlemen
Here live at Greater Austin
pick out
Comic Con.
who they choose to
Here
ask the next
at
question.
the Wrestling Q&A. It's phenomenal.
That
Great stuff.
Spider-Man costume looks really uncomfortable. It's like too high here, right?
Well, since nobody has a question just yet, let me go ahead and ask.
I
you guys.
just had one.
Oh, well, you had.
That's my question. I asked him if that Spider-Man costume was uncomfortable. We're not allowed to.
Yeah, way up there, brother. What do you got?
Favorite opponents for all you guys.
I can't hear you at all.
Favorite opponents! Who are your favorite opponents for all you guys?
Me and you after this in the parking lot.
Take the bass out of your voice there, buddy.
How about for you, Mr. Rhodes? Like, where are my volunteers with my mic?
Well, there's the tech guys are over here. They're on their phones. You got any other mics, man? You
Any
got
more
wireless?
mics for the
I just sat here.
crowd?
You got a wireless
I
mic?
just sat here signing and looked up at the big screen, and they had like the anime kids and all this, and like the kids were up and they were talking to a microphone. We come up here.
Some shout outs already. Hello, everyone.
We got nothing.
Hello, hello.
They knew we wouldn't understand the new technology.
Oh, we got one.
Yeah. Bring it up, brother. Give it to that lady. She'll bring it up here. Gilbert, bring it up here, brother.
Jeez.
Is it on? Okay. Well, we're all over.
All right. Dustin's gonna have a his own talk show on the
got a
network.
question,
You're gonna go out in the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's your name?
Sarah,
Sarah, nice to meet you. Where are you from? Who's your question for?
for everybody, really. Do you have a favorite Vince McMahon story?
Favorite Vince McMahon story. Here we go. I'm sure the Nature Boy has a lot of stories.
Well, I just have known him the longest, so one that I can tell.
No. Thank you.
Actually, my favorite story, which is one I can tell, we were in Afghanistan visiting troops, which, as everyone knows, the WWE is very supportive of our military, not only here but abroad. And we used to all go over there for 7 to 10 days, actually 7 days, in between Raw and Raw to visit troops around the Christmas season. And the last time we did it, I think they'd been over there like a couple people, but not a whole crew. We
This is the wrestling
got there,
panel,
spent
guys.
the 6 days there.
WCW,
The day we were
NWO,
supposed to leave,
Ric Flair,
Our plane
Kevin
was
Nash,
broken down.
Scott Hall,
and that's been kind of an experience
legends in the wrestling world.
that probably happens a lot of times in life. Anything to get you there, but we don't care how you get back, you know what I mean? And so the plane wasn't ready, and we had to be at Raw, and this is Sunday, so we're going to pick up a day coming back. But so you're not allowed to drink in Afghanistan. Why, I can't believe, but you're not. So we were all 7 days without a drop, and I'm the person that was not easy at all.
That alone would cause a war.
Yeah. So we got on the plane, and the plane, of course, was loaded down with beer and all that. And then it took off, we could drink. So we got to Ramstein, where we refueled to come back on our way to JFK, because Raw was in New York. We landed, and we had like an hour and a half turnover to refuel and all that. So they took us all in the officers club. Vince always goes on these trips. That's the point of the story. He very rarely asks you to do anything. As a matter of fact, I can't think of anything he's asked any of us to do that he wouldn't do himself. Basically, that's the truth. So we got in there and we got him drinking, and he's a lot of fun when he's drinking, because he reminds everybody he has a lot of money. So this lieutenant comes in and walks over to him. We're at the table, all of us, and he goes to Mr. McMahon, wheels up, or you guys aren't getting out of here today. And brother, that guy is somewhere. He's probably still in a cell. He was reduced from being a captain and informed that Mr. McMahon would have a 747 of his own in there in a half hour, and that he'd take off when he wanted to, and to tell the colonel or the general, whoever else was running the place. That's the way it was. And we just stayed for another hour and drank like hell. Then we got on the plane when we wanted to, kind of the way he operates, right, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kevin was there tonight in Colorado Springs. He was going to buy the hotel.
When Vince drinks, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he is. But since they've become a public company, he's calmed down. As have we all had to a little bit. Yeah, no more robes.
I was there.
Of course you were. You're the one that didn't get fired. Me and Hall did it.
I immediately ran up and sat next to Stephanie.
Oh, God. The flight from hell. Which one?
Okay. You get on a flight with professional wrestlers, and you look, and there's 7 different bottles of Jack Daniels with the handles. But those are gallons, I guess. And you just see them being passed like this.
Hey,
What could go wrong?
Dustin.
Yes,
Dustin.
sir. Yes,
This is
sir.
our good- there. Remember Arn got on the plane cussed you out for having Undertaker's seat because Taker got hurt.
Yes,
So
he did.
oh, excuse me, I hurt. I'll move right now.
He shipped me to the back of the plane.
Yeah, I know.
Get your ass
Oh, he was
back.
cussing everybody out because I don't know how he does. I got the whole dialogue from everything except the last couple hours.
When Arn would get hot, oh man, you knew it.
Chicken, move over.
Yeah, everybody, he used to call me Chicken. There's another name he used to say. We can't say that here, but
I had your
It was
lawyer
CD.
trademark it today.
yes. All right, let's get another question. Right here. What's your name?
Ron.
Where you from, Ron?
Originally from Illinois, but I live here in Austin.
Oh yeah, okay. What's your question? Who's it to?
This is for everyone. Your favorite opponent of all time, just one. And then of the new stars of today, the current stars, any roster, who would be your ideal opponent?
Ideal opponent and favorite wrestler of all time. Favorite opponent of all time. Mine personally, probably there's like 5.
Yeah, you can't pick one.
Can't just pick one. I mean, my teachers were Arn, Barry Windham, Bobby Eaton, Larry Zbyszko, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So those are the guys that I learned the most from.
Larry Zbyszko.
I learned what not to do with
Yeah,
Larry Zbyszko.
thank you. Let's get that accolade out there. Oh, God.
I learned a lot watching Ric Flair and my dad, a lot. So I really loved that big rivalry and feud that they had for so many years. It was a lot of fun growing up watching that.
That was entertainment at its best. Go ahead.
You got a question for me? Okay.
You in your prime and your dad in your prime wrestle together. Who wins?
Oh, my dad all the time, every time. It's Dusty Rhodes.
What
No
was the
matter-
question?
Question was, Dad in his prime and me in my prime. Dusty hands down all the time, anyways. I'm faster than him, though. I'll slap him and run. That's for sure. He's never been in the gym in a day in his life. Any more questions for Kevin or Scott?
Yeah, but he'd book it where he caught you.
Yes, and I just have to suck it up and take that ass whooping.
Flip
Yes,
flop
sir.
and fly.
We already asked that. Most memorable matches for you 3?
I got that CTE thing going. I don't remember any of it.
CTE for Kevin. Sorry, guys.
I would think, there's so many different things that are memorable. Like, memorable as far as like your first pro match. You know, my first pro match was memorable, but was the shits. No, I thought Goldberg. I think me versus Goldberg in Saudi Arabia was probably it. That wasn't me. I don't know. I'm gonna pass. Scott,
What's the question? Favorite opponent?
favorite match?
Favorite match of all time.
I guess ladder match. I'll take that.
Shawn Michaels ring. Yes.
My favorite match was my bank account and Ted Turner's checks.
It's a good one. Rick, what about you, sir?
Well, the guy I would like to wrestle now, if I were still wrestling, would be Reigns, for sure.
Roman, there you go. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
I guess it'd be between your dad, Steamboat, Sting, guys of yesteryear. That's my favorite opponents. Hard to pick one, unlike Kevin. Hard to name one guy, but they were all great and all for a different reason.
This young man has a question for Ric Flair.
Hey, Ric Flair, how's it going? The wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, Kid Stealing, son of a gun, it's good to talk to you.
Thank you.
I want to know, how was it like to be in that music video? You were in a rap music video recently, and I thought you were looking real sharp. Can you tell us about that?
Actually, it was, I didn't have any idea how big that would be. It's gone triple platinum, the song, so it was fun doing it, and it's always fun to be around people that respect our business and admire you for things that were 30, that's all from stuff 30 years ago now, or 25 for sure. It's always fun, and I look back on it, I didn't get paid nearly enough, but I gotta blame that on my agent. Nobody anticipated triple platinum, that's a lot of records.
Yeah. Very cool music video.
But
Very cool.
I'll tell you what Offset did.
Another shout
He
out. Hello, hello,
FaceTimed me
everyone.
while I was in the hospital this last time and offered to lend me money. I was gonna say,
You should have said, no, you don't lend it to me, just give it to me.
yeah.
Since you didn't bring it up anyway.
You guys did give me, he need your money, they know. I got insurance this time. What's your question, sir?
Eddie White, 5'8", 192. Gentlemen, this is an odd question. Your favorite piece of wrestling memorabilia that you have currently?
Well, mine is divided among 4 of the women. I got the program from today's show. To take
Favorite
over.
wrestler? Scott Hall. Down
Rest of
here.
the stuff we have to contact Leslie, Beth, Tiffany, or Jackie.
I don't have anything. I don't even have, I got some photos.
Yeah, I'm from the same school. It was what I did. It wasn't who I was. When I got pictures of me and my buddies on the road and met different stars and stuff, and that was cool. I don't have a belt collection or any of that. I don't have a bunch of action figures or any of that. I'm happy they make them, but this last thing I need is more of me.
Well, when I did that Ninja Turtle movie, I was getting ready to leave, and I had driven up from Atlanta. We shot it in Carico Studios, and the props guy came up to me and he says, "You wouldn't have happened to see the Super Shredder helmet, would you?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Well, they're gonna hold your check if they don't find it." And I said, "Oh, hold on." I put the car in park and opened the trunk. If I would have had that, I would have had that Super Shredder helmet, which would have been a hell of a photo op.
Yeah, I gotta say something about Kevin that, cause I've never been in a movie. I've been a part, something I might have said something, but one of the coolest things for me, and I don't think until you've really done this, of course, Scott knows this because he was basically a bodybuilder at one time, but I got invited to do something with the show in Savannah.
Oh, Magic Mike.
Magic Mike. So, and I know Kevin's there, right? So I get down there, and Kevin is dieted like a guy going to the Mr. Olympia. I mean, unbelievable. When he came out of the trailer, how much weight did you lose?
20 pounds.
Oh, he's 20? Okay.
Yeah.
But you were 300 pounds before, right?
Oh, I was 317. I was about 294 then.
In the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I thought you were like 270. Anyway, but he looked like all the other guys, are this big. And then here's Kevin, 6'11". But it was fun and seeing that and seeing these guys. And I can't think of his name.
Channing?
Yeah, Channing and all these guys. The kid from Miami Vice and all that.
Yeah,
these guys were such marks for Kevin. They're loving Kevin Nash. And these are big stars. One of them is married to the chick from Modern Family.
Joe.
He just went to their wedding. Yeah, hey, are you kidding me? We're marking out for her, forget Joe.
Yeah, right.
But all these guys were just queer for Kevin. I'm thinking that, you know, no. What I'm saying, it's nice to know that we have affected people's lives that are, in our eyes, you know, we live thinking that we live thinking that they think they're bigger than us. They don't. They know how big our sport is, how popular it is, and you know, they respect us, and that's something that, you know, we don't take for granted. You got to feel it to see it. So.
Well, I've always said that when you think all the guys that are musicians want to be athletes, all the athletes want to be musicians. I mean, it's just like, but I think pro wrestlers are kind of both.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a musician, kind of like an athlete. So it's kind of a different demographic. Covering both.
Yeah, I got drunk with David Cockfield one night at the China Club in Chicago. Me and him and Gary Busey, and I said, look at David. I said, can you make something of mine 12 inches long? Even if it's just illusion.
woke up the next morning and started Pinocchio. Unbelievable.
Yeah, don't ask the three of us if we've had any fun, and don't leave him out of it up there.
I've had a lot of fun, yes. We got time for one more question?
The only guy that's not in rehab here is Kevin.
I got a strong liver.
Been there, done that.
Can't hide from where we've been.
Hello, I got a question for, what's your best Hulk Hogan story?
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk.
For me, lending me money when my son was in the hospital dying. That's the guy's honest truth. I sat in New York that night, and Kevin and I and Hulk Hogan got so drunk in the New York Marriott. I had a 5 o'clock flight to Las Vegas for an appearance I wanted to cancel at 1 o'clock because I could see where we were going. Jimmy Hart kept bringing the phone over to Hulk. Your wife's looking for you. Kayfabe. We drank about 6 bottles of wine, and I don't know how much vodka. That's why we're not allowed to get together very often.
I have that picture on my phone. The three of us.
Oh, God.
It's one of those pictures where I know only one person had the camera, but nobody's looking the same way.
It was Hulk Hogan night at the Garden. God dang.
My favorite Hulk story is I didn't really know Hulk much in my wrestling career. So when we did that thing at Bash the Beach, and you know, I don't remember seeing him before the show. So we went to the ring and we weren't sure he was going to come. We weren't really boys yet then. We weren't hanging out or anything, and it was really cool.
Daytona now or San?
Yeah. Yeah, when we did that birth at the WO, and it felt really cool because it worked, you know. And they were booing and throwing stuff, and just to see Hulk real excited about being in wrestling again because he was getting kind of burnt out. And so that's my favorite Hulk memory.
I have 0.
Who said that? Oh, he's back with us. Okay. I'm looking for him up here walking around. Phil Donahue.
Any other questions, guys? Scream it.
Who?
Macho Man.
Oh yeah. Brother, I got a bunch of those.
Guys, the thing is, it's a mix. There's too many kids. You can't tell stories.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
It's like asking Linda Lovelace questions up there.
Yeah.
What? Oh God, I've told her 1,000. Nobody believes me. Listen to Jerry Lee Lewis riding down the highway at night like we all used to do, and I can tell you because everybody here has done this, and his dad, his dad and I used to, when I first started the business, I used to go with his dad, Dusty, and Dick Murdoch on the road when I wasn't working. Wow. Which really worked for my first marriage. I would leave for a week at a time, and I just drove around just to be part of the gig, right? Because it was so much fun. I mean, laughing, drinking, driving, and then they didn't have a car one time. Ken Patera was in Germany in the Olympic Games. No, Ken was on Ken's brand new car with me and your dad Murdoch. They tore the shit up out of that. So the education in those days was riding in the car. The guys were so much fun, and I mean that was so healthy back then. Now, you know, the kids are looking at the internet and worrying about who says what, and social media is really over. It is what it is, but for wrestling, it's for the kids. They're just so worried about somebody else's opinion. Where, you know, we used to look at each other, or we knew, or we went to one or two select people and said, "What do you think?" That was it. Now you have the universe judging you, pretty much.
I think my favorite thing on social media is the grammar police.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, to me, it's just like, you know what? When I'm putting something down, it spits out 9 theirs, and I just pick one. It's the wrong one. You know what? I lose no sleep over it because it reads the same.
You don't sleep anyway.
No, right. I'm just saying it reads the same. I love when people say, "Well, why did you say that?" I said, "Well, you obviously knew exactly what I said, so what does it matter?" But yeah, but it's not. Listen, dude. I haven't taken. I'm 60 years old. I don't think I'll be taking any kind of SATs. Like, I think I'm done testing in my life. So.
Yeah, I took 5 SATs. I never broke 1,000. So
Perfect health for 16.
that was 13 years in high school too.
See, I actually had Felicity Huffman take my last one.
That's cool.
I maxed it.
Yes, sir. It was incredible, man. These guys were larger than life heroes, and you know, to be in the dressing room when you're 15, 16, looking at these guys going out there and performing and doing what they do best, that's what I wanted to do, and I knew that from a very early, young age, and those dreams came true for me. So I loved it. I loved all these guys, all the ones that came before me, all the ones that paved the way. They did a lot for me in my career. I have a question for Rick, though. Wasn't there a story of, I believe it was Murdoch, it might have been Blackjack, I'm not sure, and Dad taking a donkey into a bar?
That was in Minneapolis when I first started. Zeb, then the donkey not only came in the donkey lived in their apartment. So they're all from different parts of the country, so I'm in the middle of starting in the business, and they wanted to know where a nice area, so I took them to an apartment complex called Cedars of Edina, the most elite complex in Minneapolis at the time. So then they started hanging out at a place called The Flame, which was a country western bar, and then Dusty would go around and enter local rodeos, you know, and stuff like that. So they meet a guy named Pat Krause. The picture is infamous in front of their mom's house here in Austin. It's me, Ray Stevens, Pat Krause. Anyway, they brought a donkey, and they kept the donkey in the apartment. So that really worked for the apartment complex. Both they and Morocco lived there, so I was double ixnayed from that place. And they brought the donkey into The Flame one night and rode it up on stage. And I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, the greatest fight I've ever seen. Everybody fighting and they're handing like this. I'll get up if I have to, Rick. Just enjoy this. This is what we live for in the business. Like the axe, and trust me, if the axe had gotten up, he could turn the table on anything. But that's how I grew up in the business. So people want to know why I'm I'm not actually, there's nothing wrong with me mentally. It's just the psychological profiling I've gone through. Ray Stevens, Dick Murdoch, Dustin Rhodes. Hello. Yeah, it's a whole different world. I never rode with a bad person. I wouldn't ride with someone like
They're drive by themselves.
Oh, it was the best. Well, I had Kitty with me, right? And Kitty can drink more than me and Roddy combined. That was the best kept secret in the world. I know that because Kitty, Roddy's oldest daughter, was born in Charlotte when Piper was there with me, right? So Wendy, who is Two Drink Louie, and Roddy, who is supposed to be off the wagon but never is, were in Portland, and I was in Charlotte, just walking around wired up, drinking all day anyway. So nothing new. Just had to remember to unplug it when I went in the bathroom. Otherwise, it was fun for me. Roddy Piper. You had to see his house to believe it. He had a 100-pound parrot that talked back. And a wolfhound. He used to tell me, I go, why are you on the road still working? He said, because Kitty bought another horse. His claim to fame of living 2 miles from Phil Nike. But the homes look completely different in Beaverton. Oh, God. Hot rod. Huh? Oh, thank you. We didn't get paid nearly enough.
So we got time for one more.
Thank you.
Man.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Our tables are over here. We sign autographs, take pictures too.
Yeah, we're glad you enjoyed it. We're glad you enjoyed it. We were doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Just follow us over yonder here. And Kev, listen, I'm going to make a public announcement right now. I'm going to get Kevin Nash to drink a glass of wine tonight and a beer. He's going to try and run and hide from me.
I've been told by your wife.
I'm sure can. You know what? I have no doubt.
I'm your nurse Cratchit tonight.
And she really texts you.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
It's unbelievable, these secret relationships going on behind my back.
I'm in Greece. Please watch Rick.
Hey, we're in Liverpool, and we're just starting to get going, having fun. I go in the bathroom, come out, and I got 2 generations blocking me. DiBiase, who's just a little bit younger than me, and then 15 years younger Kevin, saying,
I'm only 10 years younger.
okay, 10 years, whatever it is. Age is just a number anyway. They both met me at the door, right? DiBiase who has, you know, he has to be 1,000 miles away from home to have a drink. But anyway. But we didn't say hi to his wife. We called Belle. Yeah. That's what's wrong with his damn phones. They can find us. Do you know that for us as wrestlers, the day they invented the cell phone, we were screwed.
That was a life
You gotta
changer.
call him. Let me know where you are.
Not only that, but I mean, just the camera.
Yeah. Oh, the camera was later.
Oh,
Think about the day that your cell phone, your wife could call you and say, where are you?
I thought the pager was bad enough. You didn't get my page? No.
No. I can't hear it go off if there's that many chicks in here vibrating. You gotta be kidding me. Pager?
I should put mine in my underwear and call myself.
You know, here's the deal. He's not lying. He just gave you a fact of interest. I was calling him the other day to see if I could really plug Big Sexy on 6th Street. He goes, it's my son's birthday. Is that important? I said, fuck. So I said, no. Excuse me. I said, no, I'll just make it without your permission. I'll just calm it down.
I got you tonight, though.
For me and Razor, there is no return. I took that vow, got my coin, and walked across the street and had a beer from where I was in for 30 days. Nice meeting you. Appreciate the coin. I ain't coming back. And by the way, I'm not going to wash that white van on a public street anymore either. And I'm not going to the grocery store and helping somebody else pick out their groceries.
I've missed all this fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, rehab is a lot of fun. They faked me out for a day. I was really upset that I figured out. They'd ask me, you okay, Rick? I go like this. No, why? Well, why do you think there's something wrong? Yeah, don't try to work with me. Then they wanted to send me to sex rehab. I requested company. I'll just, you know the two names I said. And then when they go, I'll go. They're not here. They're caught at the panel either. They're in Stanford.
Exactly.
And with that, I'll say good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Rhodes, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Ric Flair.
All right, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I'll be back live later on. See you soon. Bye.